Hey guys, Emily Williams here. So, in honor of the fact that my pink shirt from my very first photo shoot fits again for the first time in a few years, I wanted to share some really easy photo shoot tips with you today. So, I'd love if you're jumping on to comment and interact with me. I have some pictures to show you. So, it's going to be a really fun Facebook Live. I've actually never done a Facebook Live on photo shoots. And I had a client yesterday ask me if she should invest in a photo shoot. And I was like, yes, you must. You will make that money back a million times over, literally. But the truth is, hey Lynn, yay. Hey Lisa, oh yay, my favorite people. But the truth is that, hey Nikki, okay, I'll be distracted by that, but I love it. I could just stay here and say, hey, 5 a.m. club, awesome, Robin Sharma. So in the beginning of building my business, I thought that I could just have James take my photos. So he did take my photos, and that kind of was what we used to create the first website. So it was like me in a park holding a little magazine that said Italy on the front or something like that. And I didn't think that I needed to have professional shots taken. And then one of my friends convinced me that that's actually not the case, which is totally true. If you're starting an online business, you should have professional photos taken. It'll help you stand out from the crowd. It'll make such a difference. It'll help you feel more confident, and there are tons of other reasons I'm going to express in just a second. But in the beginning, I thought that I could just have James take my photos and that people would flock to my website and all would be good. And then my friend convinced me to have a photo shoot, which I did in Ohio when I was there visiting. And I wore this pink shirt. And the truth is that I didn't have anything planned for the photo shoot. I literally found this shirt at Kate Spade the night before. I had no brand colors. This was a total fluke how the pink actually came to be. And so in this Facebook Live, I'm going to talk about, I think I have 5 tips for you in terms of making your photo shoot incredible and getting some really amazing money-making shots. But one of the tips is around leaving room for surprises, because this brand color, like I said, it was a fluke. I didn't plan it. And so we can't plan everything in our brand. There are some things that will happen organically, but I'm going to share a little bit more with you today. So I'm super excited about this. I made a little presentation for you because I wanted to show you some of my pictures that really illustrate everything that's important when it comes to your photo shoot. So let's turn this around here. Cool, you can see this. Awesome. I'm going to just share my whole screen, and maybe that's not how I do it. So let's do this. So hopefully everyone, I want to be able to see you. So let me just exit this here. 1 second. Okay, cool. Just let me know that you guys can see that and that it looks good. Are we good? Yes, perfect. Okay, so this is all about branding. I actually love branding, but like I said, I haven't really talked about it on Facebook Live, so I thought it'd be fun today in honor of my pink shirt fitting after like 3 years of it not fitting. So that's always something to celebrate. I'm sure you guys can relate. So this is top tips for your dream photo shoot and standout money-making shots. So here's what we're going to cover. Making blank walls your friend. I'll tell you more about that. Hiring the right photographer, leaving space for surprises, tell the story, have fun, and remember the elements. So let's go ahead and dive in. So hiring the right branding photographer. So I think we're good. So I'm going to present this thing as the full screen here. So hiring the right branding photographers. This is the incredible Wendy Yalom. You can find her at wendykayalom.com. I'm going to talk about 2 photographers here today, and she is one of them, and she's absolutely amazing. So I highly recommend her, and you should find someone who does know what they're doing. So some photographers specialize in like wedding photography, and that's great. But if you're doing branding and you really want to stand out in your own personal brand, then find someone who specializes in that. So you can see Wendy has worked with all these amazing people here. I'm right there. And she knows what she's doing. The other person I've worked with is Amanda Holka. So you can find her at amandaholka.com. And she is absolutely incredible as well. And she knows what she's doing when it comes to helping you create a brand that you love. So definitely I would check them out. Or if there's anyone else you know, it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be these people. But these are the people I've worked with. So I wanted to give credit where credit's due. But find someone who has worked with people in your industry. And the best way to do that is just to ask your colleagues for referrals. The next thing to remember is to make blank walls your friends. And what I mean by that is when you take a picture in front of a great blank wall, like this one's literally in LA. It's this pink, beautiful pink wall. That's the exact shade. And Amanda Holka found it for me. And so we took tons of shots in front of here. And I've used this so many times to put text right here because it's completely blank. Or you can see here, this is a photo from New York City. It's actually at the plaza, at the penthouse. Here's another tip for you. Just ask people to let you use special places and rooms. So when I did my first photo shoot in London, I wanted to do it at the Kate Spade store. So I literally walked in and pretended like I was already given permission to take shots in that store. And they let me keep doing it. And same with this, the plaza. We didn't have the penthouse booked, but it happened to be free. So I just asked them if we could use it. They let us go up there for 30 minutes and we got these awesome shots. So always ask. If you don't ask, you don't get. And always look for blank walls. So even here, this wall had bricks on it. And so we've done some work to like fade out the bricks. But since it's blank and it's just, completely white, we were able to put text on it. And this is a photo I use all the time. It's on my homepage, as you can see. And so if you find a blank wall, then it's definitely a gem. You can use it for so many different things and put text on there. Next piece of advice is to tell the story. So this is where I see so many entrepreneurs falling short. So basically what you want to do is ask, what is this photo actually saying to my audience? So you'll see pictures of entrepreneurs where they've got their laptop and then the kids are there and then there's a glass of wine. And that doesn't really make sense. Like, are you watching the kids? Are you playing with the kids? Or are you drinking wine? Or are you working? So don't have too much going on. Just tell one story. So if you see here, this again is at the plaza. So I love to journal. I love pancakes. I love my pajamas. I love reading. And so we're telling the story of me waking up, doing a bit of a morning routine and journaling. And same here, I love to travel. I love fashion. Someone actually said that this was the worst Photoshop job they've ever seen. So that's not great, but I was actually in Paris and I did stand there and this is real. And so I'm telling the story of things I like to do in my life and obviously sharing a bit about what's possible for my clients because you can create a laptop lifestyle and that freedom and travel and stand in a beautiful dress if you so choose. So I just want to make sure that we're all good here. Does anyone have any comments or questions? You can definitely type them in the chats. I saw a few things popping up, but I think we're good. Okay, next thing is remember the elements. So this is what a lot of people forget. So you have all these beautiful photos of you and you should definitely make eye contact, definitely be looking at the camera, but also take pictures of elements. So you can see here I'm on my computer. Here we did a money shot because I have a program called I Heart Money where we do money mindset work. And then this, I'm on the phone. Obviously, I do a lot of talking on the phone with my client calls. And so really think about, again, what story are you telling? And you don't want your website to just be pictures of you. You want to tell the story with different elements because otherwise it's like your face here and there, all the way down the page. You want to have some filler pictures. Leave space for surprises. That's the next recommendation. So I talked about this a little bit. One of the things that definitely surprised me about my first photo shoot was this pink color. You can see right here. This shirt, if you're just jumping on, I shared at the beginning, it fits after like 4 years. So that's all the reason to get on Facebook Live and talk about photo shoots. You guys can probably relate to that. And I got the shirt literally the day before my photo shoot. It wasn't planned out. I didn't know that pink was going to become the brand color. So leave room for surprises. Same with this right here. This is New York City. So we got some shots at Kate Spade Madison Avenue. And we didn't know that they had this little balcony with all these beautiful pink hydrangeas. We just stepped out there and then we saw this and took some amazing shots. And then the umbrella. So James and I have a joke called basically about manifesting your umbrella because this has happened twice on photo shoots to us. So we've been in London and Paris doing shoots and it starts to rain. And the first time this happened, my photographer Amanda, she found this red umbrella randomly and it matched the skirt I was wearing and we got this awesome shot. And then in Paris, it was going to rain. And James said, well, let's go and buy an umbrella. And I said, no, don't worry. If we need one, we'll find one. And he kind of looked at me like I was crazy. But we literally walked through the Palais Royal in this beautiful garden. And it started to rain. And we looked down and there was a black umbrella. And so we got a lot of shots with that. And that happened to match the outfit I was wearing that day. So leave room for surprises. And although you want to have your photo shoot mapped out, or your photographer will do that for you, just remember that if you happen to pass a gorgeous cafe, or like what I said here, the flowers out on the patio, don't be afraid of deviating off your path and getting some incredible shots that you weren't expecting. And again, you can see here, I'm trying to tell the story. Maybe not, this is more just fun, the umbrella, but the story of being in New York and traveling, and then the fashion. And then this is more just, connection with the audience, with the eye contact. Especially if you're new, you want to have a lot of eye contact. So when people land on your website, they feel like they connect with you. Okay, have fun and know that nerves are okay. So again, you'll see here, this is another blank wall. This is from San Francisco. I had a total meltdown before my photo shoot in San Francisco. And I just want to remind everyone that that's okay. And even after my first shoot in Ohio, I didn't think it turned out okay. I didn't think that I did a good job. I thought the photos were going to suck. And so I was literally in tears for hours. And ended up liking the photos, but still, every time I get photos back, I actually have a process where I need to look at them once and then put them aside and then go back to them. And the more I look at them, the more I like them. But the initial reaction is like, oh, these aren't as good as I wanted, or I'm very critical of myself, which I'm sure a lot of you can relate to. But just know that nerves are okay before and after the shoot, and just try and have fun. And remember, it does get easier with every time you do a photo shoot. All right, so those are a few of my tips. And if you want to go deeper with this, I wasn't planning to do this, but I just thought it'd be fun. If you want to dive into my iHeart Branding program, I have this amazing program that I've created for you that goes through all of this stuff and much more. So maybe you don't even know what the purpose of your brand is. You don't know what the mission is. You don't have an idea of how to connect with your ideal client. This will help you do that. So I have module 1, which is the purpose and mission of your brand. And if you're looking to create what the look and feel of your brand is, then I have a module for that. I can also help you craft your story. So story is a key part to branding. People will connect to you and buy from you when they relate to your story and you know how to tell it in a way that connects with them. So that's module 3, the story of your brand. Module 4 is living on brand. And that talks about really living a lifestyle that is in alignment with your brand. When you see my photos, that is who I am. I'm not putting on a show. I love all of the things that I do in my photo shoots. And that's how I started out. I didn't think about necessarily what other people wanted me to do. I chose locations that I really loved, and I chose outfits that I really loved. And so if you are your ideal client, that's a great place to start. Start with what you really like. And then I have this amazing photo shoot guide for you. So let me just show you this because this is just amazing. And I haven't looked at this in a while, but I wanted to show you how incredible this is. So let's make sure that you can actually see this because I don't think you can yet. Let's see. Let's do current application. Can you guys see this? No, you can't. Okay, that's not working. 1 second. Cool. Okay, so you should be able to see that, but you can't. For whatever reason, it's not showing up. Okay, well, it's a 49-page guide all about creating your dream photo shoot. And so I don't know why that's not showing up. I apologize, but it's absolutely incredible, and it will help you create the photo shoot of your dreams. So I just want to tell you that that is an incredible bonus that is worth every penny to get your photo shoot right. So all of those items come in this amazing program called iHeart Branding. So if you want to develop your brand idea, your message, and your purpose, you want to get over the fear that you might have and put your brand out into the world confidently, if you want to increase your sales, drop brand shame, create a cohesive look, take your brand to the next level so it stands out in your industry, create a life that's on brand, create a brand that's totally you, take photos that stand out from the crowd, connect deeper with your clients, and plan and execute your dream photo shoot, then this is definitely for you. And today, For you only, it's $97. All you have to do is go to bit.ly/iHeartBranding and you can sign up for $97 and save $100. So I wanted to give that to anyone watching today who might need a few tips when it comes to their branding. So let me turn this back around. Thank you, Lisa. So fun. Hey everyone, back on. So what I did is I just went through my top tips for your dream photo shoot where you get those amazing standout and money-making shots. So you can definitely watch the replay if you missed that, if you're just hopping on. I'm totally happy to take any questions regarding photo shoots. But what I just shared is just a snippet. So if you want a little bit more, you can go to bit.ly/iHeartBranding and get my iHeartBranding program for only $97 today. So it includes 5 modules, including a bonus photo shoot guide. So I wish I could show you that. I don't know why it wasn't working, but I hope you got a lot from today's training. Just to reiterate all of the tips I shared. So number 1 is hire the right photographer. So someone who has done branding work before. Number 2 is, I believe, find those blank walls so you can put some text on your shots and make sure that they're horizontal, so they're very wide versus vertical. Try and get as many horizontal shots as you can, actually. Then the next tip, let me go back to my notes here, is to tell the story. So think about what your photo and the setting and even your clothing is saying to your ideal client. The next one is remember the elements. So don't just have photos of your face. Make sure you're taking pictures or having the photographer take pictures of things like you on the computer or you holding the phone or you journaling, things that tell the story. The next one is leave space for the surprises. So you can plan out a lot of your photo shoot, but there will be some surprises along the way. So try and be as flexible and have your eyes open to recognizing those surprises. And lastly, remember that having fun is the goal, but nerves and feeling, maybe a little bit less confident than you would like is totally normal and okay. I've cried after many photo shoots, not feeling like I've done a very good job, but everything turns out okay in the end. So try and have fun with it. So I hope that's useful. Sending love to all of you, and I'll look forward to talking to you very soon on Facebook Live. Remember, you can get iHeartBranding for just $97 if you want some support with that by going to bit.ly/iHeartBranding. All right, talk to you soon. Also stick the link down below. Bye, guys.